made them coils.
Perfect.
Steel. Do I want to do one coil? The problem is with doing one coil and starting off with one coil is if you mess up, you're going to get nothing. If you mess up with two coils, you'll probably get one coil still, right?
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
I'm gonna take, I got 46 gauge Nui chrome here, 46 gauge Nui chrome. I got 0.3 stainless steel, and I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get out 3 pieces to fold in half, right? Dude, I'm not gonna let people into the video. I don't mean to be a dick. I just don't like doing it. There's so many reasons why I don't like doing it. I start straying from what I'm doing, and then, dude, to be honest, to be absolutely honest, I don't know anybody that I let on, and I've been live with pedophiles, and I just don't do it anymore. I don't like going live with, like, many people anymore. Even Scott's pushing it, let's be honest. Black cat, white face, this guy, that's pushing it. Pushing it. You think I'm kidding though? I've been live with some sketchy people. Didn't know. Didn't know. So I don't do it anymore. I don't do it if I don't I don't do it really, period. But that's why I won't let people come on live with me. Plus it's just not I'm not in the mood. Sorry, not in the mood. I got a headache, gotta go to bed. I found that out even a year after I used to go live with this person. And what's fucked up is there was somebody I used to go live on a particular show, and it turns out they were a pedophile, right? And I didn't even know, and nobody told me, and everybody knew. And nobody fucking told me. And every time I would be on this live show, I'd be like, hey, where's that guy? I love that guy. He's fucking funny. And nobody says anything. Nobody warns me. And then the next time, he's not there. And I go, hey, where's that guy? I like that guy. He's funny. Nobody says anything. So every time I'm on this fucking live show, hey, how's that guy doing? That guy's in jail for touching little kids. That's how that guy's doing. Nobody tell me. Nobody say, hey, Nick, maybe shut up about that because, he went to jail for fucking molesting little kids. Don't let me know. Don't let me know. Six plying up, don't do the loop method. Six plying up, don't do the weighted loop method. You are not going to be successful. It's not going to work out, Jose. Jose, practice the parallel Clapton. Practice that parallel Clapton. If you're doing six ply and more, parallel Clapton is the way to go. I have a video. It's the Staggerton video and ribbon staggering. And I explain all that, why it doesn't work good. Loop method around something square, like what I just did, that'll work. Once you put 6/8 ply on, it turns into a rectangle. A loop going around a rectangle changes the shape of the loop, alright? Because the loop's going to be smaller here than it is here, right? So you got a rectangle you're trying to loop method around. The loop method works because it's a circle, okay? People would loop method on a circle wire. A square isn't much different than a circle. It's just got a couple little corners, right? So you can do it on a square wire. You can do it on rectangle, but you're going to find problems. It's going to be a lot harder. You're going to waste more wire in the long run trying to loop method rather than parallel Clapton. You will actually save yourself wire throwing 10 feet away parallel Claptoning than you will doing the loop. Loop works good for square and round. 40 gauge loop method, definitely a no-go. Okay, that's another thing. 40 gauge and loop method, nope. 40 gauge is way too thin. 38 is like the threshold for the loop method. You can't do loop method with 40 gauge all the time perfectly. Are people able to do it? Yes. Is some builder going to be like, I do loop method with 40 gauge all the time, what are you talking about? That's great, dude. You're probably really good at it. You got probably the perfect RDA. For beginners, I would say it's going to be so fucking frustrating. And you probably wasted a lot of 40 gauge. In addition, you kept Claptoning your ribbon. It kept coming out bad spacing. So not only are you wasting the 40 gauge, you're wasting the ribbon inside. And what if you got up to the frames? If you got up to the frames, not only are you throwing out 10 feet of 40 gauge, you're throwing out 10 feet of ribbon, you're throwing out 2 feet of 28 gauge, and probably another 10 feet of 40 gauge because you tried to fuse it. So you're throwing out all these wires because you didn't want to parallel Clapton, you know? Because you didn't want to waste it. I'm not saying you, Jose, but a lot of people go, I don't like the parallel Clapton because it wastes his wire. I think it saves you wire. I do. I think it saves you wire in the long run. Because now you have a perfect Clapton and you don't have to worry about throwing out the entire build. That's just how I see it. I see it as a little sacrifice for a big gain. What's up, Falcone? GG Tergier. What's up, GG? The loop also likes to bend your ribbon, right? It's another thing. You got to pull your drill back tight, but it's going to do that. So that's just how I see it. Parallel clamping is the best. Round wire, I don't parallel clamping round wire. I'm going to loop method round wire. That's perfect. When I loop method round wire, I take my drill, and I got my swivel here. I take my drill, hook up my wire, pull it tight, and I clamp my drill to my table, or I just keep pulling on it, you know? So that's just how I see loop method parallel clamping. Lots of people say loop method waste wire. I see it completely differently. I just from my experience, I think I've thrown away more wire loop method. I do. I just wasted what? I wasted 10 feet of 40 gauge on this, but I know that it's going to be good because I took my time, I did it the right way, and I know it's going to be good. I know when I'm fusing this, it's not going to be a goddamn headache. I know the spacing's good. So I'm not going to be throwing out my whole build. So that's just how I think parallel clamping is worth the practice, and it's worth the waste of wire. And if you're doing 40 gauge, 16 inches of 40 gauge is about 12 feet of throwaway wire. It's about 60 cents a wire. It's really not a lot of wire at all. If you break down wire at cost, I've done this before. $20 for 500 feet, right? $20 for 500 feet. So if you just keep breaking it down, $10 for 250, $5 for 125, $250 for 75. If you keep doing that, you're going to find that you're wasting about 60 cents a wire. Would you give somebody 60 cents to stagger your wire perfectly? Because I would. If somebody was like, hey, I stagger wire perfectly for 60 cents, I'd be like, take this 60 cents because I'm trying to do this staple stagger fuse clamping. That's basically what you're doing. You know? Been doing this a long time, man. I could break shit down. I'm telling you. I used to only think about building coils every free minute of my life for about 3 years. When I say a method that I use, it's something I've thought about. It's not just like, I picked it up and I just said, oh, my way's better, your way sucks. That's not how it is. I've tried them all. I've tried the loop method quite a bit. I've tried the parallel clamping quite a bit. I've tried it all. The reason why I show off my methods is because people asked. You'll stagger my wire for free? Yeah, well, dual spool, that's why I use the baggy method. Go check out my parallel, my ribbon thing. All them questions, everything I just said is in there. Use the baggy method. I never do this. Nobody will ever see me do this. I don't do that. Don't do it, because it's hard. It is. And that wastes wire right there, because I fuck it up all the time. This is hard. It's another thing to learn. If you get good at it, it's good. You could get good at this. You can get good at it. I just take plastic bags, throw it in a plastic bag, hold the spools, boom. It's like Clapton and wire. Easy. I think it's easy. $21 people on Instagram. Oh, shit. Okay. I got 3 pieces of 0.3, and I'm just going to end up folding these in half. No offense, my country's fucked up, dude. from the inside out. 6 pieces of 0.3 stainless steel and 46 nichrome. 2 pieces of 0.4 on either side Kanthal. The frames are 4 pieces of 0.4 stainless steel and 38 gauge. It's fused with 38, and then I put 27 gauge, or no, 29 gauge as the frames, and fusing it with 40 now.